No one's here. Yeah. Okay. I just came back from Japan and Taiwan. We had a beautiful tour for 15 days. We presented the choir, the chorus in Japan and in Taipei, Thailand. 在日本的大阪还有台北、台南，我们都有现实啊。We also have a beautiful tour in Japan, in the Kansai, which is Osaka areas. We also have a Taiwan round the island tour. 在台湾我们有举行一个环岛的旅行啊。那么 we have eaten so many food 啊。Everybody put on at least 8 to 10 pounds. 每个人大概都增加了8到10磅啊。So I decided not to eat anything for 1 week. So I can restore, my beautiful body. It's too fat now. You can see from picture last night. To start with, the belly is flat. By the end of the tour, the belly is so round, so big. Well, today I'm going to share with you the message. It's the 末世的生活观 How to live in the end time. How to live in the end time. 好，那我们先来做一个圣经的宣告。Let's do the Bible declaration. 我们先拿起圣经来说，这是我的圣经，是神完全与完整的启示，与教训、督责、使人归正、教导人学义，都是有益的。这是我的圣经，是神所赐圣灵的宝剑。我要随时弃验偷达，使我能够抵挡各样的试探与攻击。这是我的圣经，是神真理的道，是我脚前的灯，路上的光，使我得以完全，预备行各样的善事。Let's do in English again. This is my Bible, the whole and complete revelation of God, and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. This is my Bible, the sword of the Holy Spirit. I will study and practice often so that I can resist all kinds of temptation and attack. This is my Bible, the truth of God, a lamp to my feet and a light for my path, so that I may be thoroughly equipped for every good work. Okay, how to live in the end time? Surely this is end time. 这是一个末世的时间 especially last week. Do you know what happened? Just a minute. Do you know what happened? What is the biggest event happened in America? President-elect Trump. Okay, I have already shared with you for the past half year that I believe that Trump is going to be elected, and indeed I'm right. Even though the poll all showed that Hillary Clinton was so much ahead, and it looked like Hillary can lie down and then even can be elected. But to the surprise, to the surprise of every media, everybody, Trump was elected. You know why? Because I share with you about the Bible. Looks like the Bible already predict us that he is going to be the next president. Why? Because in the end time, we see from the Bible that God's Trump is going to be sound. Trump, T-R-U-M-P. There's 2 verses in the New Testament talking about the end time, about the Jesus' return. When you talking about that, always mention the last Trump is going to be sound. The last Trump. And in the Bible, did not use the trumpet, this word, especially in the King James Version. Did not use the trumpet, but use trump, T-R-U-M-P. The trump, the last trump is going to be sound. And he is God's trump, God's trumpet. So from this verse, I know the God's will, the Trump will be elected as president. Nobody believe it. Even I share with my classmates in my medical college. They say you are crazy. What you say is not true. Hillary will be the next president. I said, you wait and see. And after the election, after President Trump was elected, they lied to me. They said, well, Actually, Dr. Shu, you are right. You are right. Not because I'm right, because I study Bible. I know this is end time. And end time has something to do with 1,260 days. Remember 3 weeks ago I showed you about the end time and the great sign in the heaven. It's 1,260 days. 1,260 days equal to what? 3.5 years. It's the time of God. You know the time of God is what? 1 year, how many days 1 year? Huh? It's God. How many days in 1 year? 360 days. 360 days. When God first created this heaven and earth, He created 1 year. It's 360 days, equal to 12 months. Each month has 30 days. Very precise, precise, precise. For the first 1,656 years, 1 year is 360 days, equal to 12 months. Each month is 30 days. From the time of Noah's flood, because so many things change, earthquake, so many things change. The mass of the earth also changed. The revolution speed of the earth also altered. So right now, from the time of Noah up to now, 1 year is what? 365.25, boom, 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 boom. That's why every 4 years we're going to have a leap year, right? Every 4 years we have to leap once. And every 1,000 years, if that 1,000 years cannot be divided by 400, it's not a leap year. Every 1,000 years only can be divided by 400. That year is a leap year. So not every 1,000 years is a leap year. Understand what I mean? Every 4 years is a leap year. But year 1,000 BC, year 1,000 AD, was it a leap year? It was not a leap year because it cannot be divided by 400. And how about year 2000? Was it a leap year? Yes, it's a leap year because it can be divided by 400. Human beings, the brain is very wise. Wisdom, there's a lot of wisdom. They know how to adjust the time because time becomes very imperfect. When God created heaven and earth, even the time was created perfect. 1 year, 360 days. Have 12 months. Each month only 30 days. Very perfect. But since the Noah's flood, because of sin, God sends the flood. Before God sends the flood, all the earth opened up. Means another earthquake, a lot of eruption of the volcano, which is created. The Earth's axis is tilted how many degrees? Who knows? The Earth's axis tilted how many degrees? Grace? How many degrees the Earth's axis tilted? 23.5 degrees. 23.5 degrees. The Earth's axis before it's like that. After Noah's flood, the Earth's axis becomes this way, 23.5 degrees. And this created the fall season. We have the so-called the solstice, right? The summer and the winter solstice. And the sun will move from north to south. 23 degrees north, 23.5 degrees south. That's created the summertime. And then the summertime is when the sun shines directly on the equator. And then in the north hemisphere, when is the summertime? is when the sun doesn't shine on the 23.5 degrees. And then in the winter time, the sun shines to the southern 23.5 degrees. That's why we have a fall season. Understanding? This is science. The science is all in the Bible. All in the Bible. Now, this is the end time. When President Trump was elected, surely it's entered the end time already. From 3 weeks ago, I shared with you about the end time and the great sign in heaven. We know there's a great sign is going to happen in heaven in September 23rd, 2017. 2017, September 23rd, is going to have a big sign in the heaven. In the constellation Virgo, according to Revelation 12, chapter 12, verse 6, we're going to see this sign appear. And that sign appear has something to do with the end time. The fulfillment, all the prophecies about end time. And our Lord, we're going to return. So I'm not a time setter. I can tell you by the next year, September 23, our Lord will return. No, I cannot tell you that. But it looks like it's very possible. Because according to Revelation chapter 12, verse 6, this great sign is going to appear. And whatever God recorded in the Bible is all happened accordingly, fulfilled accordingly in this end time. We're going to share with you today about how to live in the end time. How to live in the end time. Right, Nora, do you come up here now? I need your help. Okay. When I see Nora come back, I'm so happy. So we're going to study about the end time, how to live in the end time. We want to use the 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 2 to 4 to explain to you. Can we read again? Can we read again this verse? 来，我们再念中文，然后念英文再念一次。本来我们为你们众人常常感谢神，祷告的时候提到你们，在神我们的父面前，不住的纪念你们因信心所做的功夫，因爱心所受的劳苦，因盼望我们主耶稣基督所存的忍耐，被神所爱的弟兄，我知道你们是蒙拣选的。
Let's read Thessalonians 1, 2, 4 together. We always thank God for all of you and continually mention you in our prayers. Remember before our God and Father your work produced by faith, your labor prompted by love, and your endurance inspired by hope in our Lord Jesus Christ. For we know, brothers and sisters, loved by God, that He has chosen you.
请记得，我们是蒙神所拣选的弟兄姐妹。
Please remember that we are chosen by God.
Yeah. 所以我们是有一个很尊贵的地位。
So we have a very majestic position.
Yeah. 我们必须要宝贵这个身份。
And we have to treasure our life.
那么成为一个神他最喜爱的一个儿女。
And become God's favorite children.
Yeah. 好。保罗在第二次宣教旅行的当中，他建立了铁撒罗尼迦教会。
Paul established the church of Thessalonians during his second mission trip.
保罗有几次的宣教旅行，我们知不知道？
Do you know how many times he went on a mission trip?
3次。
3 times.
那么这是在第二次宣教旅行当中所建立的教会。
And this is the church he established on his second mission trip.
他是在这个地方停留了3个礼拜。
He was here for 3 weeks.
那么却能够建立这个教会。
And he was able to create this church.
并且能够在真理上教导他们，能够建立一个很稳固的一个真理的根基。
And was able to teach them the truth and build a really solid foundation.
保罗特别借这封书信对铁撒罗尼迦教会的信徒解释 在盼望主再来的时候，应该如何过一个蒙神喜悦的生活。
Through this letter, Paul explained to the believers of the church about how to live a life to please God during the end time.
Yeah. 我们不知道我们有没有盼望主再来。
Do we look forward to the coming of the Lord?
你也很盼望，年轻人盼不盼望？
You young folks look forward to the coming of the Lord.
老人家说：“我当然盼望主来了，反正我的人生就快过完了。”
Of course, the elders say, "I look forward to the Lord because my life is almost over anyway."
那年轻人呢？哎呦，我才要刚开始呢，主就在不公平嘛。
The young folks, that's not fair. I've only lived, a short life.
对不对？啊，会不会这样想？
Do you think that way?
其实呢，我们应该换个角度来想。
But you should change your angle.
如果那个地方是更美好的地方，
What if that place is even beautiful
你要
or
不要去？
better? Do you want to go? Do you want to be there?
当然要去，
Of course you want to.
当然要去。那么还好，我们只活这几年，
Then you should say, "Oh, thank God that I only lived this couple of years.
没有活几十年，
That I didn't have to live a couple of tens of years.
受苦了几十年。
And didn't have to suffer tens of years."
弟兄姐妹，人生容易不容易？
Let me ask you, is life easy?
容易不容易？那你来这边干什么？
Easy.
那你来这边干什么？
Then why are you in here in this world?
啊？
Like
你说不是我要来的啊？
you say it's not. I can't choose to
没
be
有
here.
没有人问我的意见啊？你要不要来啊？
Ask me if I want to be in the world.
所以就把我生下来了，
I was born into the world.
是不是？所以呢，其实呢还好，你们没有经过这么多痛苦，
So you should thank God that you don't have to go through all the suffering,
你就能够承受一个更美好的世界。
and you can have a better world.
所以，我们认为主什么时候会来？
So when do we think God will come?
主再来这件事情，可以说是我们这一代基督徒都会亲自经历到的事情。
And the coming of Christ is something that we will all be able to experience.
历史历代以来，所有基督徒都希望亲眼能够看到主再来，
Generations and generations, they have all hoped to see the coming of Christ.
但是好像只有我们这一代的基督徒将会亲自的经历主的再来。
It seems like our generation is a generation that will be able to experience this coming of Christ.
如果今天总统他要到你家去，你会不会很高兴？
If today a president wants to go to your house, will you be very happy?
啊 ？No。如果说川普他今天要到你家去拜访，他向媒体宣布要到你家拜访，我告诉你，所有的媒体都会在你家等待他。
If Trump today wants to go visit you and then he tells the media that I will pay a visit to your house today, then you will want him to come.
我们将会非常的荣耀。
Then you'll have that glory that you feel.
而今天我们是唯一的一代基督徒，能够亲自去经历到并且看到主的再来。
And today we are the only generation of Christian that will be able to witness the coming of Christ.
根据圣经的启示，神给人类历史的时间大概是7000年。
According to the revelation of the Bible, God gives about 7,000 years to human history.
犹太人今年是庆祝亚当被造，到今年刚好满6000年的时间。
The Jewish people are celebrating
This year
this year that went from Adam
to now
to
6,000。
now it's 6,000 years.
虽然今年是他们庆祝5777年的犹太人的历史，
But they are celebrating their Jewish history for it's the 5,777th year.
5777年，很奇妙的一个数字。
It's 5777. It's a very interesting number
5是代表恩典，
because 5 means grace,
777是代表3重的 completion。
and 777 means triple completion.
所以是不是恩典时代就要结束？
Does that mean the grace period is almost ending?
恩典时代就是教会时代。
And grace period is church's time.
那么教会时代，那么结束的时候就是教会被提。当主再来的时候，我们要被提。
And when the church's time is over, then when Christ comes back, the churches will be lifted.
那么是不是意思是说，刚好是6000年已经到了？ 又是5777年，是不是表示今年的最后是世界主就要回来的时候？
So does it mean that God will be coming back this year?
No,
next year, because it'll be the
September 23 of the 2017. 因为明年的吹角节就是犹太新年，就是满了6000年，满了5777年的时候。
Oh, so next year, during the Festival of Trumpets,
That's right.
that's when it will be the 6,000th year.
Yeah.
And also the completion of the 5777
Yeah.
year.
我不是 time setter，
I'm not the time setter.
但是这个所有的事情发生，都是告诉我们时间已经很近。
But all of this happening tells us the time is near.
当时间越近的时候，你就要怎么样？越准备好。
And when the time is near, you need to be prepared.
你准备好没有？
Are you prepared?
我们希望去台湾、日本旅行，说了好久，终于怎么样？那天到了，我们就准备好就去了，现在又回来了。
It's like going on a trip, the trip that we have been anticipating about Taiwan and Japan.
我记得小时候小学的时候，每次学校要去旅行远足的时候，
I remember when I was a kid, every time when we have a school trip,
晚上怎么样？都睡
at
不着觉，
nighttime I couldn't fall asleep.
一直醒来，着床，
So
天亮
excited and checking out my watch.
终于天亮了，要去旅行。
Finally, the morning's here and we can go on a school
所以
trip.
我们在盼望主在的时候也是这样，
When
一定会来的，一定会
we're
到。
waiting on the Lord, we should do this too, because God will come.
现在是很近的时间。
And it is, the time is near.
从亚当到亚伯拉罕被神呼召离开家乡乌尔，那么大概是经过2000年，视为外邦时期。
So from Adam to Abraham, from when Abraham was called, that whole period was about 2,000 years, and it's the period of Gentile.
那么从亚伯拉罕到耶稣基督，那么第一次来也大概经过2000年，这是选民时期。
And from Abraham to the first coming of Lord, when Jesus Christ was born, it's about also 2,000 years.
从耶稣被钉十字架到今天，也大概经过2000年。
And from Jesus Christ being crucified till now, it's also about 2,000
我们
years.
称它做教会时期。
And that is a period of church.
教会时期可能明年就会结束。
And next year, maybe it ends the period of church.
所以呢，我们一直说末世，到底末世有多长？其实末世大概有2000年的时间。
So we keep saying end time. How long is this end time? End time is about 2,000 years.
希伯来书这样说：神既在古时借着众先知多次多方的晓谕列祖，就在这末世借着他儿子晓谕我们，又早已立他为承受万有的，也借着他创造诸世界。
In Hebrews chapter 1:1-2, it says that in the past God spoke to our ancestors through the prophets at many times and in various ways. But in these last days, he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed the heir of all things, and through whom he made the universe.
Yeah. 从这里我们可以说，末世的开始点就是主耶稣的第一次来。
So from this verse, we know that the end time started at his first coming.
所以现在可以说是已经到了末世的最后阶段了。
So we can say that we are towards the end of the end times.
那么在主来了以后，这个世界就要进入最后的1000年，就是千禧年，基督的国度。
After his second coming, it will enter the last 1,000 years, and that will be the millennium, the kingdom of Christ.
虽然主在的时间，主耶稣亲自说，那日子那时辰没有人知道，连天上的使者也不知道，子也不知道，唯独父知道。
But it says in Matthew 24:36 that as to the date of his second coming, Lord said, about the day or the hour no one knows, not even the angel in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father.
所以没有人知道。
So we know that no one knows.
那么你怎么说可能是明年呢？
So then how can we say, oh, it possibly is next year?
我们不是 time setter，
We're not the time setter.
但是呢，主耶稣也不要我们都不知道。
But God also doesn't want us to not know.
因此主耶稣讲这句话，你们可以从无花果树学个比方， 当树枝发嫩长叶的时候，你们就知道夏天近了。只要你们看见这一切的事情，也就知道人子近了，正在门口了。
In Matthew 24, Jesus said, "Then learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. Even so, when you see all these things, you know that He is near, right at the door."
这一切的事情，包括Trump被选为总统。
All the things all the current events that's happening, including Trump being elected.
没有一个人相信他会当选。
No one believed that he will be elected.
只有许牧师说他一定当选。
Only Pastor Shu said that he is going to be elected.
不是 Dr. Shu no，因为圣经这样告诉我。
And it's not that Dr. Shu knows, Pastor Shu knows, but the Bible tells us so.
当我们看见这一切事情的时候，我们就知道夏天近了，人子正在门口。
When we see all these events happening, we know that the summer is near and the sun is at the door.
彼得前书第4章第7节到第11节，我们一起来念来。万物的结局近了，所以你们要谨慎自守，精心祷告。最要紧的是彼此切实相爱，因为爱能遮掩许多的罪。你们要互相款待，不发怨言。个人要照所得的恩赐彼此服侍，做神百般恩赐的好管家。
The end of all things is near. Therefore, be alert and of sober mind, that you may pray. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. Each of you should use whatever gifts you have received to serve others, as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms.
若有讲道的，要按神的声言讲；若有服侍人的，要按着神所赐的力量服侍，叫神在凡事上因耶稣基督得荣耀。
If anyone speaks, they should do so as one who speaks the very words of God. If anyone serves, they should do so with the strength God provides, so that in all things God may be praised through Jesus Christ.
所以这是在我们在末世的时候，我们必须要有的一种生活态度。
And this is the attitude that we need to have in this end time.
但是我们知道，真的教会被提，主在的日子非常近了，这是我们每一位基督徒的盼望。
And we know that the day of rapture and the day of His second coming is very near, and this is the hope and expectation of every Christian.
所以《帖撒罗尼迦前书》也对我们这一代的基督徒更显为重要。
So the epistle of Thessalonica is very important to the Christian of this generation.
我们今天要从这本书来看基督徒末世的生活观。
And we'll study from this to see how we should live at end times.
好，保罗一开始的时候就这样说，我们刚刚所读的我们为你们众人常感谢神我们刚刚读过了OK， 基督徒末世的生活观其实就是一个信望爱的生活。
The end time of the end time Christian life is actually a life of faith, of hope, and love.
我们说信心分成3种。
And we say that faith is 3 types.
第一种叫做得救的信心。
The first one is a saving faith.
第二种叫做生活的信心。
The second one is a living faith.
第三种叫做侍奉的信心。
And the third one is a serving faith.
那么在这样的信心生活当中，我们能够经历神的信实，也能够操练我们信心的功夫。
And through these, we can experience the faithfulness of God and exercise the lessons of faith.
约翰一书这样说，我们一起来念来：我们爱，因为神先爱我们。人若说我爱神，却恨他的弟兄，就是说谎话。不爱他所看见的弟兄，就不能爱没有看见的神。爱神的也当爱弟兄，这是我们从神所受的命令。
In 1 John 4:19-21, it says that we love because He first loved us. Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. For whoever does not love their brothers and sisters, whom they have seen, cannot love God, whom they have not seen. And He has given us this command: anyone who loves God must also love their brothers and sisters.
对，在人爱人当中，有时候我们会受到劳苦。
Yes, we may have to suffer during when we love.
最后是盼望的人生，我们基督徒是盼望主再来时候能够所得到的一个荣耀。
And we hope our hope of life is that we Christians hope to be glorified when our Lord returns.
那么帖撒罗尼迦前书很有意思，每一章结束的时候，保罗都以基督再来勉励他们。
In 1 Thessalonians, at the end of each chapter, Paul encourages them with the theme of second coming of Christ.
我们来看一看，到底保罗怎么样勉励他们。
And let's see how Paul encourages them.
在末世的时候，应当过什么样的生活？
And how to live in the end time.
第一个，保罗说到是得救的保证。
The first one, Paul talks about the assurance of salvation.
我们在末世的时候，我不知道我们当中每一个人，你是不是有得救的保证？
At the end time, do each one of you have the assurance of salvation?
我们如果没有得救的话，我们就没有办法被提到天上。
If we are not saved, then we will not be lifted.
我们就会被留在地上。
Then you will be left here.
那么经过7年的大灾难。
And have to go through the 7 years of tribulation.
那这7年的灾难不是人所能受的。
And these tribulations are not something that people can endure.
我希望我们在这个末世的时候，我们都能够有这个得救生活的得救的保证。
So I sincerely hope that all of us at this end time have the assurance of salvation.
好，第1章第10节最后这样讲：等候他儿子从天降临，就是他从死里复活的那位救我们脱离将来愤怒的耶稣。
In Thessalonians 1:10 it says that, and wait for his Son from heaven, whom he raised from the dead, Jesus, who rescues us from the coming wrath.
这是我们得救的保证。
This is the assurance of our salvation.
约翰福音第1章12节这样说：凡接待他的，就是信他们的人，他就赐他们权柄做神的儿女。
In John 1:12 it says that all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God.
我们能够成为神的儿女，我们就能够逃脱将来的愤怒。
We can become children of God and escape the wrath in the future.
约翰一书第5章12节到第13节这样说：人，我们来念来，人有了神的儿子就有生命，没有神的儿子就没有生命。我将这些话写给你们，信奉神儿子之名的人，要叫你们知道自己有永生。
In 1 John 5:12-13 it says that whoever has the Son has life. Whoever does not have the Son of God does not have life. I write these things to you who believe in the name of the Son of God, so that you may know that you have eternal life.
这是神给我们得救的保证，能够免去将来神的愤怒。
This is the assurance from God that we can be rescued from the coming wrath.
在末世还有一个迹象，说我们知道这是末世的。
There's also one sign that tells us that we are at the end of the end time.
你们知道什么迹象吗？
Do you know what?
就是很多的异端邪说兴起在这个世界。
There's a lot of cult and evil theories that is
目
appearing
前
now.
在纽约也有一个异端兴起，
There is also a cult right now in New York that just
叫做全能神教会。
they're called
闪电，
Asian Thunder. I don't know how to translate
东
it.
方闪电，
That's their religion.
并且他们已经有派人到我们教会来。
And they send a lot of their people to church, into Christian churches in New York.
他们要把教会的人拉到他们的团体
They
里
try
面。
to bring the members of churches
我
to
们教会
their
里面也有人
religion.
被拉走了。
And we have people from our church who was brought over. And
今天早堂的时候，还有2个他们的姐妹坐在这个地方，
in the morning sermon, there's
所以
two
我就
sisters that
站
sit
起来
there.
正式的说，请你们不要这样做，你们不要听他们的话。
So I stood up and told the two sisters, please don't do.
他们不相信主耶稣是神的儿子，
They do not believe that Jesus Christ is
不
God.
相信主耶稣是那个主，是神自己。
They don't believe that Jesus Christ is God.
其实约翰一书讲得很清楚，没有神的儿子就没有生命。
In first chapter, in First John, it says that whoever does not have the Son of God does not have life.
所以呢，我们知道这是个异端，因为异端存在也是正式告诉我们，这个世界已经到最后了。
So we know that they're cults, and the appearance of many cults is telling us that it is the end times.
你知不知道还有哪2件事情告诉我们是 end time？
Do you know what other two things that tell us we're at the end of the end times?
第1件事情，耶稣说：“你们看到挪亚的日子怎么样，我来的日子也就怎么样。
看到什么？
你们看到挪亚的日子如何，我来的日子也是如何。
So you see how Noah's days are like. That is when I will come also.
你们知道挪亚的日子有什么事情发生吗
What's happening in Noah's days?
？Genetic manipulation.
It was genetic manipulation.
在基因科学上动手脚。
They did a lot of manipulation on the DNA.
Yeah. 那么我们看到这个世界里有很多。
And we see that is happening nowadays.
很多的改品种，很多的改造，甚至要复制人都出来。
There's many genetic alteration like on many things.
所以当科学到这个地步的时候，我们知道，那么出来的日子已经很近了。
So when science and technology is this way, we know that the end time is near.
第二件事情，你们怎么知道现在是末世的时候？
So what's the other thing that you know that it's the end of the end time?
所以是说，像罗德的日子怎么样，在所罗马发生的事情怎么样，在我来的时候也是这样。
Just like the things that the things that are happening in Sodom.
那所罗马什么事情最多 ？homosexual.
So just like the things happening there, when you see that that's happening, the end time is close.
Yeah.
And that's when there's homosexual.
Yeah. 那么我们小时候都没有看到同性恋。
When we were little, we didn't see many of that.
他们都躲起来，不敢见人。
Because they will hide away and.
他们觉得很羞耻，因为是违反人性的。
Because this is against the natural law.
现在怎么样？大家都站起来。
Now everyone stands up. They stand up and come out.
甚至在台湾，昨天
Even in Taiwan yesterday.
他们也为着同性恋的事情在游行，说我们要反对同性恋。
There are protests that are anti-homosexual.
政府要推广同性恋。
Because the government in Taiwan wants to legalize
教会基督徒
marriage.
反对。
But Christian churches, of course, they oppose.
所以这些事情都告诉我们，那个末世已经很近了。
All these things tell us that the end of end time is.
我对年轻人说，还好，快结束了。
So I tell you, young folks, thank God that it's almost over.
你们不需要再浪费那么多年的时间，很辛苦活在这个世界上。
That you don't have to spend all these years to suffer in this life.
对年纪大的人说：“哎呀，感谢上帝，终于要结束了。”
And I tell the older folks, thank God that it's almost over.
好，所以第一个是得救的保证。
The first one is the assurance of salvation.
that's right。第二个是得人的喜乐。
And the second one is the joy of winning people.
好，我们来念这段经文来。我们的盼望和喜乐，并所夸的冠冕是什么呢？岂不是我们主耶稣来的时候，你们在他面前站立得住吗？因为你们就是我们的荣耀，我们的喜乐。
And what is our hope, our joy, or the crown in which we will glory in the presence of our Lord Jesus when He comes? Is it not you? Indeed, you are our glory and joy.
弟兄姐妹，我们在这段生活，在这段末世的生活，我们必须要有得救的保证，我们更要有得人的喜乐。
So living in this end time, not only that we need the assurance of salvation, we also need the joy of winning people.
他说：“你们就是我们的荣耀，我们的喜乐。”
Says that you are our glory and joy.
年轻人到有一天到主面前的时候，当我们都能够站在主面前的时候，我说：“哎呀，你们是我的荣耀和我的喜乐。”
One day in the future, when we are all standing in front of the judgment of God, I can say to you all, that you are all my glory and joy.
如果到那时候有一个人不在那里，哎呀，心里会很难过。
And if I see a person missing, I will feel really bad.
在末世我们盼望主要在来的时候，我们应当如何努力传福音，来结出福音的果子。
This means that in the end times, when we expect His return, we should do our best to spread the gospel and bear fruits of the gospel.
约翰说：“我们若能够多结果子，父就因此得荣耀，我们也能得到荣耀，这是我们的喜乐。”
John said that if we're able to bear much fruits, Father will be glorified, and we will also be glorified. This will be our joy.
我们能够为主结果的时间实在不多了，盼望我们能够把握住这个时间。
And we do not have much time left for us to bear fruits for the Lord, so do not waste our time.
年轻人，我们要怎么样结果子？
How do we bear fruit as for young folks?
我们怎么结果子？
How do you bear fruit?
我们每天就是上学回家，
You go
上
to
学回家。
school, you go home, you go to school, you go home. How do you bear fruit?
我们怎么结果子？做一个最好的什么
Be the best student.
student，做最好的学生，做最好的什么
Be the best
son and daughter，
son and daughter.
做最好的孩子
Be the best child.
儿女，这是你们所能够结的果子。
This is the fruit that you can bear.
在教会里面尽心的服侍神，
In church, do your best to serve God.
尽心的学习主的话。
Do your best to learn God's word.
那么，这是我们年轻人所能结的果子。
And this is the fruit that you young folks can bear.
他要做父母的有做父母的该做的事情，
And of course, as parents, you have things that,
但是做孩子的也有做孩子的当做的事情。
but as children, you also have obligations.
好，第三个态度，我们叫得赏的坚立。
And the third point, the confirmation of rewarding.
好，我们来念3章11节到13节。愿神我们的父和我们的主耶稣一直引领我们到你们那里去，又愿主叫你们彼此相爱的心，并爱众人的心都能增长充足，就如我们爱你一样，好使你们当我们的主耶稣同他众圣徒来的时候，在我们父神面前心里坚固，成为圣洁，无可责备。
So now may our God and Father himself and our Lord Jesus clear the way for us to come to you. May the Lord make your love increase and overflow for each other and for everyone else, just as ours does for you. May he strengthen your hearts so that you will be blameless and holy in the presence of our God and Father when our Lord Jesus comes with all his holy ones.
所以，我们当主再来的时候，教会被提，我们将要在基督台前交账，个人的工程将被显露，而且记得显露比审判更可怕。
When he returns, the churches will be raptured, and all of us will stand before the judgment seat of Christ, and all our deeds will be exposed. And being exposed is more scary than being judged.
那时我们是要主对我们说：“好，你这又良善又忠心的仆人，你在不多的事上忠心，可以进来享受你主人的快乐。”
At that time, we want Lord to say to us, "Good and loyal servant," and that you have been loyal, so you can come in and enjoy the joy, all the things I prepared for you.
或者是主人对我们说：“你这又懒又恶的仆人，把这无用的仆人丢在外面黑暗里，他在要哀哭切齿。”
Or will Lord rebuke us and say that you lazy and evil servant, and throw you in a dark pit, and then when you have to cry over there, gnashing the teeth.
第四个是得力的劝慰。
The fourth one is the encouragement of strength.
好，我们来念第4章13节到第18节，我们先念来。论到睡了的人，我们不愿意弟兄们不知道，恐怕你们忧伤，像那些没有指望的人一样。我若信耶稣死而复活的，那已经在耶稣里睡了的人，神也必将他与耶稣一同带来。我们现在照主的话告诉你们一件事情。
Brothers and sisters, we do not want you to be uninformed about those who sleep in death, so that you do not grieve like the rest of mankind, who have no hope. For we believe that Jesus died and rose again, and so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep with him, according to the Lord's word. We tell you that we who are still alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord, will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep.
好，我们继续来念啊。我们这活着还存留到主降临的人，断不能在那已经睡的人之前，因为主必亲自从天降临，有呼叫的声音和天上的声音，又有神的号吹响。那在基督里死了的人必先复活，以后我们这活着还存留的人，必和他们一同被提到云里，在空中与主相遇。这样我们就要和主永同在。所以你们当用这些话彼此劝慰。
We tell you that we are still alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord, will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel and with the trumpet call of God. And the dead in Christ will rise first. After that, we who are still alive and are left will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will be with the Lord forever. Therefore, encourage one another with these words.
这就是说，神的号吹响。这个原文的圣经是用 trump， God's trump, God with the trump call of God.
So in the original text, it says instead of trumpet call, it says with the trump call of God.
所以我们就知道说，这个 Trump 会当选。
That's how I can tell that Trump will win this election.
Because he's the Trump call of God.
Trump call of God.
好，这是我们基督徒复活跟被提的盼望。
This is the hope of the resurrection and rapture.
希伯来书9到27节这样说：按着定命，人人都有一死，死后且有审判。
In Hebrews 9:27, it says that just as people are destined to die once, and after that to face judgment.
我们知不知道，在日本很多人自杀？
We know that in Japan there's a lot of suicides.
他们怎么自杀？你知不知
How
道
do？they suicide? Do you know?
这样很痛啊！他们怎么自杀？因为自杀的人不是谁都可以切腹切腹只有武士可以切腹
They don't suicide like the old samurais.
Yeah, 只有武士可以这样做。
Only old samurais.
他们怎么自杀？你知不知道？
Do you know how they
他们
suicide?
到富士山的上面跳什么？跳一
They
个
go
山。
to Mount Fuji and they jump off the mountain to cliff.
那么日本政府很伤脑筋的，怎么办？这么多人自杀，怎么阻止他们？
So the Japanese government wanted to think of a solution to how to stop them from suicide.
没有办法，最后想到有办法，
And they couldn't, but then they came up with one idea.
就是把这个圣经章节写在那附近那个招牌上面。
And they wrote this scripture and put it on a sign.
Yeah. 他说：“按着定命，人人都有一死，死后且有审判。”
And put it by the mountains. And it says, just as people are destined to die once, and after that to face judgment.
不是说自杀就完了，就
So it's
什么
not
时候
that
解
you
决了？
suicide and everything is
你
over.
知道之前最好想清楚一点，不是跳下去就没事了。
And to warn them that before you suicide, you have to think it through, because after that, it's not all over.
因为死后必有审判。
Because after death, there is judgment.
这一招奏效了，可能就减少很多人自杀。
And this seems to have worked because there are less people
因为
suicide.
在亚当里，因为罪的缘故，死就成为人的定命。
In Adam, because of sin, man is destined to die.
而且死不是一了百了，死后还有审判。
And it's not that after you die, there's nothing else. But
但是
after,
我们基督徒已经不在亚当里，我们是在基督里，所以在亚当里人都死了，在基督里人都活了。
but a Christian is no longer in Adam, but in Christ. So we will not die and we will live forever.
所以我们不怕死
So we're not afraid of that.
不怕死，因为我们知道我们有复活的盼望。
Because we know we have the hope of resurrection.
今天我们的基督徒的死，在人看来是死了，但是在神的眼中，我们只是睡了。睡了就是有醒来的时候。
The death we experience now is just like sleeping in the eyes of God. And when they're sleeping, there's time to be awake.
你们喜不喜欢睡觉？
Do you like to sleep?
Me too.
Me too.
睡觉真的舒服。
Because sleeping is so comfortable.
但是睡觉如果做噩梦，那就不舒服了。
But if you sleep in a nightmare, then it's not comfortable.
我告诉你，人的一生大概睡一半，活一半。
In our human life, we sleep half. We sleep about half. Live about half.
OK。那么到底你活的时候是你呢，还是睡觉的时候在梦中才是你？
So is it when you're awake, it's you, or are you yourself in your
哪一
nightmare?
个是真正的 reality？
Which one is the reality?
你做梦的时候真不真？
When you have a dream, does it feel real?
真不真？好真啊！
It feels so real.
还会心跳加快啊，还会流得满身大汗的，对不对？
Your heartbeat will be faster sometimes, and you sweat a lot.
但是醒过来以后怎么样？都忘掉了。
When you wake up, you often forget.
所以人家说你奇怪的时候不要刷牙，一刷牙就忘掉了。
So they say don't brush your teeth after you wake up because after you brush you'll forget your.
在刷牙之前，先好好想说你梦到什么事。
Before you brush your teeth, think about your dreams.
到底梦中的你是真的你，还是这一辈子的你才是真的你？
Is the dream the real you, or is your life?
我讲过有一个人，他是乞丐。
I heard before there's a person who's a beggar.
他白天是乞丐，
He is a beggar during the day.
晚上他睡觉，他做皇帝。
And at night he is a king in his dreams.
那有一个皇帝，白天是皇帝，
And there's a king who is a king at the day. On the
那
day.
晚上他睡觉，他闷住，他做乞丐。
And at night he dreams that he's a beggar.
你想这两个人有没有什么不一样？
So these two people, what's the difference?
好像都一样
Kind of same.
啊。所以到底哪一个是真的你？
So which one is the real you?
我们的基督徒在人看来是死了，但是在神的眼中，是我们只是睡了。
So a Christian, if we die, in people's eyes we are dead, but in God's eyes we're sleeping.
睡了就有醒来的时候。
And when you sleep, there's time to wake up.
弟兄姐妹，其实我们每一天都死一次。
Just so it's like we also die once every day.
特别是你很累了，睡得像猪一样，
Especially when you're so tired, you're sleeping like a pig.
叫也叫不醒，打也打不
Wake
醒，
you and you can't be awake,
好像死了一样。
can't be woken up, just like.
但是在那个时候，你是在做梦啊，
But that time you're dreaming.
弟兄姐妹，虽然我们不怕死，
So we're not afraid of that,
但是审判我们也不再经过。
but we also don't have to go through judgment.
在基督台前是被基督的光一照，个人的一切都会被显露出来。
In front of the judgment throne,
Will be exposed.
we will be exposed by the light of Christ.
我们不怕死，因为我们有复活苏醒的盼望和把握。
And we're not afraid of death because we have the hope for resurrection.
但有人说我不怕死，我也怕死。
But some people say, I'm not afraid of death, but I'm also afraid of death.
怕什么？怕将来没有办法安然见主的面。
Afraid that in the future I will not be able to see God's face and peace.
第五点，得胜的生活。
Fifth point, the life of victory.
好，第5章23节到24节，我们来念来。愿赐平安的神亲自使你们全然成圣，因为你们的灵与魂与身子得蒙保守，在我主耶稣基督降临的时候，完全无可指责。那照你们的本是信实的，他必成就这事。
May God Himself, the God of peace, sanctify you through and through. May your whole spirit, soul, and body be blameless at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. The one who calls you is faithful, and He will do it.
这是圣经唯一的一章经节，说到我们人有3种成分。
This is the only verse in the Bible that talks about that we have 3 parts in our body.
我们有灵，
We have the spirit,
有魂，
the soul,
有身子。
and the body.
我们人有这3方面，
We humans have these 3.
叫做3位一体
Which is
（Trinity）。
also Trinity.
所以我们人是照着神的样式所造的。
That's why we were created after the image of God,
Likeness.
the likeness of God.
Image 跟 likeness 不一样 ，image 就是形象
Image is image.
，image 啊 ，likeness 啊是是样式呀。那么我们按照神的样式所造的，我们有3位一体。
So we were created after God's likeness.
动物有没有3位一体？
So animals have 3 Trinity.
动物有魂有体，没有灵。
For animals, they have soul
Soul,
and body,
body.
but no spirit.
植物有体，没有魂，没有灵。
And plants have body only.
呀，天使有灵有魂，没有体。
And angels have spirit and soul and no body.
只有人有这个 Trinity 跟神一样的3位一体。
Only humans have this Trinity.
在盼望主来的末世生活当中，我们必须要过一个全然成圣、无可指责的生活。
So while we're waiting for His coming, we should live a sanctifying life.
当然，这不是一件容易的事情。
And this is not easy.
我们的基业上都知道说，我们要达到全然成圣、无可指责，似乎是不可能的。
It's not easy to be completely holy and be blameless because it's almost impossible.
但是如果是不可能的话，那么圣经就是说瞎话，
But if it's impossible, then the Bible is
就是 talking。
then the Bible, yeah.
呀，这是其实要成圣是能够达到的。呀。
But it's actually could happen.
呀，我们借着圣灵住在我们心里，我们要顺服圣灵的警告跟阻止。
Through the warning and the guidance of our Holy Spirit, we need to follow.
呀，当我们要犯罪的时候，圣灵会在我们里面亮起红灯，警告我们要 stop， 不要做。
When we're about to sin, the Holy Spirit will light up a red light.
有没有作弊的经验？
Have you ever cheated on your test?
考试的时候有没有作弊的经验？
Have you ever cheated on your test?
啊，我们都很会作弊啊。
We all know how to cheat.
有人抄在手上，
Some of us will write it on the
有
hand.
人抄在大腿上，
Some of us will write it on your legs.
啊，各种经验都有。
All kinds of experience.
但是我告诉你，当你要看偷看的时候，你心里会怎么样？
And when you're about to glance at your nose, cheat
蹦
nose,
蹦蹦蹦蹦蹦
what
蹦
do
蹦
you
蹦，
feel? Your heartbeat
脸开始变
races.
有点红，
Your face starts reacting.
你会这样看一看，看一看，
You look around.
你们在看我。这个时候其实就是圣灵在对你讲
This
话。
is when Holy Spirit is talking to you.
事实上，绝对没有无意中不知道这当中所犯的罪。
There is no so-called unintentional sin.
我们犯罪的时候，我们都知道，
Because when we sin, we always
尤
know,
其是一个基督徒，
especially as a Christian.
因为基督徒有神的灵在警告我们，
Because we have Holy Spirit in us.
我们对罪会更敏感。
And that we will be more sensitive to sin.
别人都在做的事情，你就是不会去做。
Things that everyone else is doing, you may not do. You will not do.
呀，我就记得那个电影明星成龙啊 ，Jackie Chan，
Remember Jackie Chan, this movie star?
他到了香港机场下飞机的时候，
He got to the Hong Kong airport.
那么所有新闻记者都涌上去要采访他，
All the media people all go up to them trying to
因为他
interview him
有小三的事情被知道了。
because he found out that he was cheating
呀，
on
那
his
么
wife.
但是成龙就很讲大话，
And he said something.
他说我犯了所有的男人都会犯的错，
And he says that I made a mistake that all men will make.
真的吗？
For real?
呀，也许是真的，但是呢，其实那么基督徒是不应该这样做的，
But as a Christian, you should not do that.
因为你这样做的时候，圣灵在里面会警告你。
Because when you do that, Holy Spirit will warn you.
所以借着圣灵的引导，借着圣经真理的教导，使我们能够全然成圣，保守我们的灵魂与身子。
But through God's Holy Spirit's guidance and through the Bible, teachings from the Bible, we can be sanctified and sanctify our soul and body and spirit.
那万一我们真的跌倒犯罪了，该怎么办？
So what should we do if we really sin?
约翰一书这样说明来念来，我们若认自己的罪，神是信实的，是公义的，必要赦免我们的罪，洗净我们一切的不义。
In 1 John it says that if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness.
当我们认罪悔改之后，我们就能够记起失败的教训，也记取神的恩典，能够不再犯同样的罪，使我们犯罪越来越少，得胜越来越多。
And after we confess, we should remember the lessons and God's grace and not to commit the same sins again.
所以我们能够这样说，来念更多后书2章14节，感谢神常率领我们在基督里发生，并借着我们在各处显扬大义，认识基督而有的强气。
In 2 Corinthians, it says that the thanks be to God who always leads us as captives in Christ's triumphal procession and uses us to spread the aroma of the knowledge of Him everywhere.
弟兄姐妹，主在的时候非常近的，
Dear brothers and sisters, the day of His return is very close.
我们能够为主忠心服侍的时间也不多了。
And we don't have a lot of time left to serve Him.
当我们教会每一位基督徒都能够谨慎自守，进行祷告，随时等候迎接主的再来。
I hope each one of us Christians can prepare to welcome His return.
还没有得救的朋友，我也盼望你们能够早日接受主。
And for those who are not saved, we encourage you to accept Him as your personal Savior
成为他圣洁蒙爱的儿女。
and become His children.
那在教会背景的时候，不会被人给
so that you won't be left behind when he returns and takes the church.
我们一起祷告。
Let's pray together.
天父，我们谢谢你，让我们知道你的日子已经非常近了。
Father, Lord, we thank you that you allow us to know that we are at the end of the end.
让我们每一位弟兄姐妹，特别是我们年轻人，也能够知道该如何准备我们自己。
And each one of us, especially the young folks, know how to prepare ourselves.
当我们迎接你再来的时候，能够安然见你的面。
So that we can see your face peacefully when we are with you.
主，继续帮助带领我们。
We pray that you continue to lead us and help us.
我们这样祷告，奉主的名。
We pray this in